Hey there, Heather. Hello there. Jeff Kododami welcoming you to a Stats Day. It's September the 6th, 2024. And of course, it is, what, 29 years since Cal Ripken broke Lou Gehrig's mark of consecutive games. We are on Stats Day, meaning there's no games today. And of course, we'll have 9 days of continuous baseball. So we're going to take a look at the standings in a sense. For all that a little bit later. But first, let's look at the AL leaders for the major stats. Batting average, Nap Lajoie of the Oakland Legends, 380. He is crushing it. Shoeless Joe Jackson and Ted Williams, the Splendid Splinter, are tied for second at 353. Home runs, Mark McGwire's got 62 of the Jimmy Fox, his teammate, second with 47, Jeff Bagwell 45. So Mark McGwire's definitely winning the home run title. RBI title, McGwire's got 154. Fox 144, not that bad. Bagwell 136. So practically McGwire's got 2/3 of the batting title. Jimmy Fox would be better known. McGwire was not really known for his high batting average. Stolen bases, Ty Cobb has 77 of them for the Tigers Legends. The 93 Blue Jays have Roberto Alomar second with 66. And Ricky Henderson, the legend, Oakland player with 60. OPS on base plus slugging, Ted Williams number 1, Jimmy Fox number 2, George Brett number 3. Batter wins above replacement, Jimmy Fox ahead of Nap Lajoie, his teammate, and George Brett. Hitting streak, Tim Salmon had the long streak, 23 games for the 0-2 Angels. George Brett 22, Paul Barrett 21. The pitching stats ERA, the leader right now is Eddie Cicotte of the 1917 White Sox at 2.51. Gaylord Perry, the knuckler, 2.69 for Cleveland, and Justin Verlander 2.77 for Detroit is third. Wins, Guitry's got 21, Gaylord Perry 20, Jim Bunning 19. Strikeouts, Yohan Santana 232, crushing the strikeouts. Jerry Richards second, Justin Verlander third. So, yeah, saves, Hoyt Wilhelm, 44 for the White Sox Legends. Then it's actually for the Oakland Legends, second, 42, and 39 for third for Kasasaki of the Seattle Legends. Pitcher for replacement, Justin Verlander, 7.4, Scherzer, 7.2, Rupert 7.1. So Verlander might win the Cy Young. And the winning streak, Jim Bunning had the longest at 11. National League, Rogers Hornsby leads the batting title by 13 points over Billy Hamilton of the Phillies Legends, and Chuck Klein of the Phillies Legends is third. So Hornsby looking for that. Home runs, Slammin' Sammy has 56. He leads Willie Mays and Willie Stargell both with 49. Sosa could do it. RBI, Sosa 146 ahead of Helton and Stargell. So Sosa looks like he's going to win 2/3 of the Triple Crown. Stolen bases, Johnny Evers of the 1906 Cubs and Willie Tavares of the 2007 Rockies, both with 83. Amazing. Luis Castillo of the 97 Marlins is 68. OPS, Slammin' Sammy Sosa 1094. Anthony Rendon second, 1032. How? Cargo third, 1026. Batters were of replacement, Willie Mays of San Fran 8.8, Slammin' Sammy Sosa 8.3, and Anthony Rendon 7.8. Hitting streak, Keith Hernandez has the longest in the National League with 21. ERA, Mordecai 3-Finger Brown and Fred Beebe 1-2, 1906 Cubs. R.A. Dickey third, 2.8. Phil Niekro, 23 wins. He looks like he's the wins leader. Pedro Martinez and Pete Alexander, second and third. Pedro, 237 for strikeouts. Kurt Schilling, second. Bob Gibson, third. Saves, Mitch Williams, 42. Gagne, 40. Skip Luck with 38. Pedro Martinez, 8.6 for the wins of replacement. Greg Maddux, second. Juan Marichal, third. And winning streak, Babe Adams and Tom Glover have the best. So we are looking at the expanded standings. We'll get to the wild cards. What is it by sub-league again? Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Expanded standings. The Yankees lead the AL East. They have won the division by 12. Well, there's only 9 games left. The Orioles Legends are third. So the Red Sox will be second in the division. Orioles third. The 04 Red Sox are looking good for fourth. 2020 Rays and then the 93 Blue Jays. Pythagorean says it's no big difference. The biggest difference, the Yankees would have 107 by Pythagorean, but they have 110 relay. AL Central, the White Sox lead Cleveland by 5 with 9 left. Kansas City is not in the chance to be the top 2 in the Central or anything. Love you. '84 Tigers, 1917 White Sox, and 1991 Twins. 4, 5, 6. Pythagorean has White Sox, would have White Sox and Cleveland both with 96 wins. So they say that Cleveland would be much better. White Sox would be a little bit worse. Pythagorean would put the '84 Tigers way worse at 47 wins. But they're not. The West, Seattle, and Oakland are tied for first. They both are in the playoffs, but someone's going to be 1-2. Angels, Legends third. 70 Orioles are surprisingly above 500. 2017 Astros and 2011 Rangers are there. So Pythagorean the same, 104, 104. Man, can you believe it? Seattle and Oakland, the division's going down to the final day, I bet. White Sox, okay, well maybe. AL North. The Tigers lead the Twins by 6 with 9 to play, so they might win the division. The Blue Jays are third. They're not out yet. 01 Mariners, 20 Indians, and 27 Yankees bring up the rear. Pythagorean has the Tigers over the Twins. Yeah, the Blue Jays. But no, 27 Yankees would be fourth by Pythagorean. They have a -10, so that's the biggest difference. Is the Pythagorean, they would be at 61 wins, but they only have 51 wins. The West, the 70 Orioles have the biggest Pythagorean. They're 3 games above 500 by Pythagorean, but in real life they're 9 games above 500. And the biggest difference is for Tigers, as I said, by Pythagorean. South Texas leads Tampa by 7. It's almost all what's set in stone. The Astros can't make the playoffs even as a wild card. The 2002 Angels, the 29 A's, and the 85 Royals bring up the rear. By Pythagorean, the Astros, if we go by Pythagorean, they would be in first, Tampa second, Texas third. It would be a 3-horse race. But Pythagorean doesn't favor the Brave, and Houston has only won 86 games. The 2002 Angels have been huge. Pythagorean would have them with 50 wins, but they have 60. East, Philly and Atlanta are tied, so that division might be going down to the final days. The Mets are out of the playoff hunt, but they still got a wild card chase for it. The 80 Phillies, 97 Marlins, and 2019 Nats bring up the rear. Pythagorean has the Braves at 103. If we go by Pythagorean, Braves 103, Philly 100, and the Mets would still be in position with 99. The Phillies have been the best by Pythagorean. They've only won 100 games. Well, they've won 107, so they have been there. So Philly and Atlanta. The NL Central, the Reds lead the Pirates by 1 game and the Cubs by 3. So the NL Central is a 3-horse race. The 60 Pirates, 64 Cardinals, and 82 Brewers bring up the rear. Pythagorean has Pittsburgh in first with 99, Cubs 96, Pittsburgh 92, Cincy 92. So Pittsburgh would win by Pythagorean. The Cubs would be chasing them, and the Reds would have no chance, but they have the division. Well, the big Pythagorean is Pittsburgh wouldn't have 99 wins by Pythagorean, but they only won 92. So that division's going down to the freaking wire. The NL West, the Giants lead the Dodgers by 6. Everyone else failed. The 1906 Cubs are in third place. They're the only seasonal team, I believe, to be in the top 3. The Diamondbacks are only 1 game above 500. Wow. Pythagorean, obviously, Arizona would be ahead of the 1906 Cubs. 2007 Rockies and 54 Giants bring up the rear, but not much on the Pythagorean. Well, Arizona would have 85 wins by Pythagorean, but they only have 77, so they're barely above 500. The 1906 Cubs looking good. The Washington Legends are up by 8. That is pretty much game, set, match. The magic numbers almost there for Washington to win the NL North. Milwaukee still has a chance for a wild card. Colorado is done, even though they won 80. 86 Mets, 55 Dodgers, and 75 Reds bring up the rear. Pythagorean favors everyone. The 86 Mets would have 71 wins by Pythagorean, but they won 78, so they're above 500. There will probably be a special mini-series between the top AL seasonal team and top NL seasonal team. We could have a 3-team playoff, if we will. In the NL South, the Cardinals won a division over the Marlins and Padres, but the Marlins and Padres still have a chance at the wild card. The 57 Braves, 98 Padres, and 2001 Diamondbacks are bringing up the rear. Nothing major, but yeah, the Cardinals, yeah, there. All right. Let's look at the wild cards. Because the top 5, well, the standings for the wild cards. So the Yankees, Mariners, Tigers are in. Oakland's also in. So as of right now, the Yankees would be the 1 seed, the Mariners would be 2, Tigers would be 3. Texas, I don't know what the tiebreak is. I think they against each other. Head to head, Texas would be 4, White Sox would be 5. So the White Sox Legends would go to Texas to play on the Rangers Legends for 5. Right now, whoever loses the AL West would be the 6th seed and replace the Tigers in Detroit, despite the fact that they would have more wins in Detroit. Boston is number 7 in the wild card race. They would be facing the AL West winner by proxy, and the Twins Legends are number 8. They would face the Yankees Legends. Twins are 4 up on Cleveland, Tampa 6 up on Tampa and Toronto, and Baltimore 8. So it's almost Minnesota's wild card position to lose, and they've won 4 straight. So the magic number for Texas to clinch the division is 3. Yankees have already clinched the division. Mariners' magic number is 10. Well, they're fighting with the A's. We know that the Mariners and A's both will make the playoffs, for sure. Boston's got a 4 magic number to make the wild card. And Boston, remember, the first 2 years fell in the final week. So Boston could make the wild card. It'll be like, yay! The Twins are up by 4, so it looks like we could see it. So, yeah, Boston's magic number for wildcard is 4, and Minnesota's is 6. Over in the NL, San Fran and Philly both with 107 wins, although Philly has a tie with Atlanta. St. Louis third would have won, then Washington, then Cincy. So, if that's true, the Giants would be the 1 seed. Whoever wins the NL East, Philly or Atlanta, would be the 2 seed. St. Louis is 3. Washington 4, Cincy 5. So Cincy would have to go to Washington in the first round. Washington would have home field for that. The loser of the NL East will probably be the first wild card and would meet St. Louis, by my guess, because St. Louis is one in the division. The Dodgers haven't clinched the playoff berth, but they are the second wild card. They would face Philly or Atlanta. And the Mets would face the Giants as of right now. The Mets have a 5-game lead over the Pirates, a 6-game lead over the Marlins, Padres, Cubs, and Brewers. Those teams are still in by proxy. So, yeah. Look at the magic numbers. Washington only has a magic number of 2 to win the division. The Dodgers have a magic number of 1 to make the playoffs. And I think that's the Pirates. So if the Dodgers win or Pirates loss, means the Dodgers will make the playoffs no matter what. And probably going to have to be in the wild card. We're probably going to be wild card. The Giants' magic numbers there. Yeah, Washington's got a magic number of 2. The Mets are 5 games ahead of the Pirates. So the Mets look like they're going to end up being the wild card. And the Pirates, who were the season 1 runners-up, are going to be out. So yeah, 1906 Cubs have won 80 games. The 1970 Orioles have won 81. Those are the only 2 teams I think can get to 500. Yeah, the 2017 Nationals' second best seasonal mark, they can only get to 80. The 1986 Mets can still go above 500. They're 78 and 75. So yeah, we would probably see a special mini-series between the Cubs and Mets, and the winner will face the Orioles. And then that would be probably like some kind of magical thing, just for the heck of it. But yeah, so I've got to write down the other thing. Let's go to standings. Let's go to pennant chase. Yankees have made the playoffs. Boston's chances to make the playoffs are 99%. So yeah, basically nothing there. White Sox 5 up on Cleveland. With 9 to play. The White Sox have to face the 84 Tigers, so they have an easy path. Then they got to face the Angels Legends. Cleveland's Legends have to face Minnesota, so a tougher opponent. Yeah, they had to face a tougher opponent. And then they get the 1917 White Sox. So the White Sox get the easier 3-game series with Cleveland. Cleveland's chances to make the playoffs are only 2.8%. White Sox are pretty much all but assured. Yankees 100%. Boston 99.2%. Hopefully. I've seen stranger things. Seattle and Oakland are tied for the division. The Mariners have a very good strength of schedule. They face the 91 Twins. The 2017 Astros are decent too, so the Mariners will probably have a tougher time next time. But yeah, the 91 Twins, so easy. Oakland faces the 2020 Rays, who are not really that well done. And then the A's have to face the Twins Legends. So Seattle and Oakland both have very easy 3-game series to start with, and then the next 2 are like not so much. They're both in the playoffs. The AL North Tigers are up by 6. They practically got this. They face the 2 West and 2 Angels, so I think they're safe. Texas comes to town, but Detroit I think is safe to move on. The Twins' playoff chances are 98%. Because of the wild card, they get Cleveland and Oakland, so Minnesota might struggle a bit or play. Spoiler: AL South, Texas is almost all but assured. They've got a golden chance but Houston will stand in their way. Houston and Detroit do stand in Texas's way in a sense. So if Texas falters, Tampa could pull one out of the hat. Although Tampa has to face Boston in Boston, so Tampa's chances are slim to fucking nil, I must say. AL wild card, we know Seattle and Oakland. 2 of the 3 Seattle, Oakland, whoever loses that will be it. Boston's got a magic number of 4 to make the playoffs. Twins have 6. If you look at that, the Indians 2.8% chance to make the playoffs. Rays decimal 2. Blue Jays decimal 1. They need. I can't really say it. I can't really say what I said. So Seattle, Oakland, Boston, they get the Rays legends, and then the 27 Yankees. So Boston, don't hang on to your seats. They might be in trouble. Minnesota gets those guys. Tampa, the Blue Jays, we didn't talk about them. They got the 1970 Orioles. And all that. Palmer, Harden, McNally. But the 70 Orioles, remember, are above 500 and are the only seasonal team to be above 500. So Toronto might have a tough time. But we'll see. All right, so the NL East, Philly and Atlanta are tied. Philly faces the 64 Cardinals and 82 Brewers. So Philly's got an easy schedule, if you will. Gibson, Henry, Sadecki, Vukovich, Caldwell. The next 5 games, nobody above 500. Although Bob Gibson is a tough you-know-what. The Braves legends play the 2019 Nationals, who haven't really done too well either, and the 1906 Cubs. Yeah, the Braves will have the 1906 Cubs to worry about, and they've got some good pitching. Yeah, so the Braves look like they've got easy pitching with Corbin, Sanchez, and Foth. And then they got to face the 1906 Cubs with Pfister and a few other pitchers. So the Cubs could pull a rabbit out of their hat. The NL Central is a 3-horse race. Cincy, Pittsburgh, Cubs. Pittsburgh's got a 36% chance to make the playoffs. Cubs 5.9%. Cincy 57.6%. So Cincy's got to face the 1906 Cubs. So they got to face the 1906 Cubs with some great pitching. And then the Marlins legends come to town. So the Reds are not really out of it yet. Pittsburgh faces the Dodgers, so that's not easy, especially with Kershaw coming up 3rd. And then they get the 1980 Phillies, so they have an easy middle 3-game stanza. The Cubs legends have an easy schedule with the 2001 Diamondbacks. Probably could beat them. The 86 Mets are going to be a tough one because they're aiming to be above 500. So the Cubs might get lucky, like the Reds. But the Red, yeah, they might have a good 3-game series. The West, the Giants' magic number is 4 to win. The Dodgers are practically in the. Yeah, the Dodgers I think have qualified, right? No, wait, the Dodgers have a 1-game. Well, the Giants play the Brewer Crew. Milwaukee might slow them down, but they get the 57 Braves afterwards. The Dodgers legends get Pittsburgh, not easy, and then they get the 54 Giants, so they get an easy middle stanza. Washington, almost all but assured, they face the Marlins. Well, if they beat the Marlins and the Brewers lose, then practically they're in. Brewers have to face the Giants, and that's 2nd, right? Yeah, so we could. I'm thinking San Fran, Milwaukee to start on the 7th. I'm thinking, looking at the magic numbers, I think what I'll do is San Fran, Milwaukee, and all that. If Milwaukee loses, and then go straight to Washington, Miami, because Washington, Miami will be later in the day, so that we could have a double dip and see if Washington finishes it up. But if Milwaukee wins, then Washington can't clinch the division. Because it's a combination of Nationals wins and Brewers losses. In the South, St. Louis has the division wrapped up. The Marlins still have a slim sliver of hope. The magic number, Philly and Atlanta. The Dodgers have a magic number 1. So the Dodgers just need a win or a Pirates loss. And I think they play each other, right? LA and Pittsburgh? Yeah, LA plays Pittsburgh. So if LA beats Pittsburgh, that's practically it. All they have to do is beat Pittsburgh 1 game, and they'll win a wild card berth. But the rule of thumb is I can only do one thing. So I will probably just take a look at the NL South and see if Milwaukee loses. And then that means that I think if Milwaukee loses, then yeah, I gotta see if Washington can do their part. So yeah, so looking at it, the Pirates are 5 back in the wild card. They still have a 36% chance to make the playoffs. Cubs have a 5.9% chance, even though that they're behind the Marlins and Padres. But remember, the division race, the NL Central will probably be down to the final days, like the AL West and the NL East. So we'll have to keep our eyeballs open on that. And speaking of which, I got to make sure that I edit the league schedule to make sure that... Oh, yeah. I guess we can continue today. The 7th. Edit league schedule. Go to today. Make sure that the 2020 Rays in Tampa. Okay, so the Rays, the Tampa Legends are on the road. Okay, so 2020 Kansas City, one of the two. Okay, so no change there. The Diamondbacks 1-1. Colorado 1-1. So they don't. The 10th Kansas City. The 1985 team on the road, Royals Legends. Tampa, the 2020 team is on the road, so they don't. So there's no conflict. Colorado, the 2017 on the road. 2001 Diamondbacks are on the road. Okay, so no conflict there. And then the 13, 14, 15, Kansas City, the 85 team, and Kansas City Legends. Tampa, both Tampas are on the road. Diamondbacks, both are on the road. Colorado, both. Okay, so I'm not too panicky about start times and all that because the two teams share their stadiums. So that's all I've got for today, and hopefully you'll enjoy the final 9 days. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm going to do